Hello there. I hope you're doing well today. My name is Dr. Kathryn Garforth, and today I have the pleasure of talking to Dr. Jennifer Buckingham. Today we're going to be speaking about orthographic mapping, but I wanted to lay a bit of the foundation first, and I think it's important for us to discuss why reading isn't a natural process. And we've learned this through the different studies that have been done using brain imaging. So from these, we know that there isn't just one part of the brain used for reading. There's actually three parts that we need to connect. Can you speak a little bit to those?
Certainly. So there is, as you say, the brain research, which has shown that there are these three separate areas of the brain that need to connect and work together for reading to occur. It's not just, you start exposing children to print and an area of the brain lights up and away they go. So it's to put it, I guess, in plain language, it's the phonological area, which is to do with sound, the visual area, which is to do with recognizing the shapes of letters, and then there's the meaning area, the semantic area. So that allows us to then know or understand the words that we're reading. So we see the print on the page, we transform that into the sounds that they represent in speech, and from that we gain access to the meaning of those words. So that's one way in which we know that reading isn't just something that we can spontaneously do as human beings. The other way we know is that not all children spontaneously just do that, whereas with spoken language, the large majority of children, not all, and I have to be careful to make generalizations that are 100% true, and I never claim things to be 100% true when you're talking about children. There are individual differences, but most children will, by being spoken to and engaging in oral language, will learn to speak and understand what people say when they speak to them. This is absolutely not the case with reading. Most children will learn to read eventually through a variety of different methods, but we also know that the sorts of instruction that facilitates the connections of those three areas of the brain that we were talking about, if they have instruction that does that, they're much more likely to learn to read. So all of those things are leading towards us having a stronger understanding of what is actually going on when children are learning to read.
Yeah, well, and I think that the big distinction between reading and speaking is that speaking is largely unconscious, right? Whereas when we're learning how to read, we have to bring those unconscious things like our awareness of sound to the consciousness to be able to manipulate them. And that's where we really need to make sure that the children are getting the support that aren't picking it up as naturally as others.
Yeah, exactly.